Hi, Michael Ashton, Global Artistry Ambassador for Marc Jacobs Beauty. I'm here at Harvey Nichols to show you easy techniques and the perfect products to create a beautiful winter makeup look. So for me, any makeup look really starts with the prepping of the skin, particularly in wintertime when your skin might be a little bit drier and it needs that extra hydration to kind of really make it look plump and youthful and fresh. So one of my favorite steps is the Marc Jacobs Coconut Primer. I often will just apply it and rub it in the palm of my hands. Then I really love to just press it into my client's skin like this. The next step to creating a flawless finish to your skin is really the foundation. My favorite is the Shameless foundation. It's a medium but buildable coverage. It's got an encapsulated sunscreen with an SPF of 25. What I do is I'll start in the center of the face and then really just blend out towards the edges, the outer edges of the face. Blend that foundation up onto the edge of the ear a little bit and really bringing it down your jawline and onto the neck so that you have a really seamless finish to the skin. And then using my finger, I like to go in and really just press pat using my finger. What I find this does is it really warms up the product and makes it look like a second skin. What I like to do is come in and just use a little bit of the under eye brightener to really just brighten and lift the under eye area. This is in shade 2, Wake Up Call. And what I like about it is it's just sort of a neutral yellow based tone, so it looks natural through the under eye area. And again, I just tap it with the brush and then blend with my finger. And I think particularly in this under eye area, you want to be careful not to use too much product. Another thing I love to do is just take the same brush I've been using for the concealer and the Shameless foundation, tap it on the eyelid and blend it out using my finger. What this does is it will just neutralize any redness that you might have on the lid, and it gives you a really great base to start building your eyeshadow on top of. One of the beauty looks that I'm most well known for is Adele's Feline Flick. She's been a long-time client of mine, and for me, the focus feature that I always love to work on a woman is the eyes. When it comes to any eye look, I always start by prepping the eye using the Coconut Eye Primer, using my finger, and literally just running it across the eyelid from the root of the lashes and gently bringing it up towards the brow bone. So I go in to begin with using the gel highliner in Blacker. I outline the shape that I want, and then I go over top with the liquid liner, which is called Magic Marker, in a more traditional eyeliner pen. This helps me to really just give a sharp finish to the top of that liner. I always like to start from the inner corner of the eye, working outwards. For you at home, I've often found it's easier when they're doing it on themselves to work from the outer corner to the inner corner, as this will give the hand a more straight line as you're creating the shape of the eyeliner. I'm going in now using the highliner and Blacker, and I'm just starting to build the shape that I want, starting right at the root of the lash. When I'm creating the shape, I always want it to end up a little bit thicker at the outer corner. So as I start to build the shape, or as you're doing it on yourself at home, do remember to look straight ahead in the mirror as you're working through it so you can see how the line is starting to sit. For me, I always like to create the flick at the very end. So I am starting to slightly extend the wing of this liner, but I'll really create that final flick using the Magic Marker, the liquid liner pen. I find by doing that last, it just gives me a more refined tip. When it comes to eyeliner, it can really change the shape of your eye and change your whole makeup look. So if you have already an almond-shaped eye, perhaps you don't extend the flick quite as far, or if you have a rounder eye, you're gonna bring it out a little bit further to elongate and give you that feline flick. But then I always go over top using the Magic Marker, which is your more traditional liquid liner pen. I like to go in and really just lay the tip of the pen horizontally at the root of the lash and just get that product right in there. And then once I've got this initial product laid down at the root of the lashes, I'll go to the outer corner and finish off that flick. We're gonna finish off this look using mascara. I love the Velvet Noir, working back and forward and a little wiggling. Another thing that I think is really important is you wanna work the product on the lashes in the natural shape that they would grow. So you're starting on the inner corner, bringing the lashes inwards. The middle lashes you work up towards the middle, and the outer lashes you're working in an upwards and outward motion. So it creates this beautiful fan of lashes on your eye, which again helps to create that beautiful almond shape. Now I'm going to show you how to take this Feline flick and create a really easy smoky eye. I'm going to be using one of my all-time favorite palettes. This one is called Glambition. So I always like to create a kind of custom blend of colors. So what I'm doing is taking the gold tone and actually mixing it with a little bit of the matte chocolate, and really just start patting that product in that outer corner. And I'm really just focusing that product up to the natural crease of the eye and then bringing it right into the inner corner. On Poly, what I'm doing is really just lifting the eye shape, blending it up and out, more so in that outer corner up towards the brow bone. It's always really important to tie in both the top of the eye with the underneath. And what I'm going to do is really just etch that right along the root of the lashes. Now I'm coming in using a slightly larger eyeshadow brush, and I'm really just gently buffing that back and forward, creating that lovely soft smoky shape. Going back in with the Velvet Noir mascara, I'm now going to just apply it to the bottom lashes, just wiggling back and forth, really starting at the root of the lash. So now we're working on the final stages of really just creating that polish to the look. I'm using the Omega bronzer, which I love, really just focusing around the hairline, under the cheekbone, dusting it on the apple of the cheek, along the ear, and just a light application under the jawline and a touch down the neck. So now we're gonna work on the lip. I'm gonna go in, this is Cream and Sugar, it's one of my favorite liners, and I'm really just gonna quickly apply that to the center of the lip, rub the lips together to really help disperse the product. Then I go back in with a slightly darker shade. This is called Primrose. Outline the shape of the lip, putting a little bit more color right in the corner, around the bottom edge of the lip line, and doing the same thing on top, where I have more of that depth in the outer corner, but keeping the Cupid's bow with that natural highlight. For that final finish to the look, I always love to use a lip gloss. This is one of my favorite shades. It's called Love Drunk. That helps to really give that shine and fullness, but there's no stickiness. So I apply just to the bottom lip first, work that product between the two lips, and then I just gently smudge it up onto that top lip. You can use your finger and just press it right up. One of my all-time favorite red carpet tips that I do on pretty much every client is to use a beautiful luminizer. This is the Coconut Dewdrops. It's a liquid highlighter. It just helps to create that lit from within glow. Tapping it on the high planes of the cheek, a little bit down the bridge of the nose, and on the chin. And again, you can just press it onto the top of the lip if you like. And that just gives that final finish and polish and glow to the skin, which I love. This is the finished look, and hopefully what will be your ultimate guide to the perfect winter makeup look.